Hi, my name is LaChasityDavis. I'm 18 years old and I'm from America, Georgia. We was asked to talk about an important event that had an effect on our life. On just April 14, 2010, I had a best friend that passed. We grew up together, but our middle school years he moved away and we lost contact. So during our high school years, he came back to visit every summer with his dad. But we had grew up so much and grown apart from each other that we had to learn each other all over again. We had different personalities and our attitudes didn't meet whatsoever. But we stuck through that even though we went days without talking to each other when we was mad. He graduated the year before I did. His name was John Smith. And he graduated the year before I did. And he graduated top of his class, number five, and everything. But after he graduated, he made poor decisions on his behalf that wasn't right. His plan was at first to go to the Navy, but he got caught up into the fast life and led him down the wrong road. So my senior year, like we used to sit there and talk about life itself, and he asked me what was I doing after I got out of school. So I told him I was going to the army. So he told me that he would go with me and we would do a buddy system. So that was our plan. But in the meantime, while I was in school, he would still hang out, drink, and smoke. And I felt like he had more potential than he ever thought he had in himself. So the days that I would be in school, ain't no telling what was done. But I remember this day that we had the biggest argument and we fell out so bad and we didn't talk to one another for days. And I remember walking up the road and he told me with the biggest pretty smile, Diddy, I'm not mad with you anymore. But I ignored the fact. But if I would have known that was the night that he was going to be gone, I would have said so much. But I ignored him and kept my anger inside. So that night, late that night, he got shot in his side and had internal bleeding. So he got rushed to the hospital, and I didn't go because I had school the next day, and I couldn't see my best friend and knowing that we're on bad terms and pain, and knowing that he's not himself. So our friend just started there with him the whole time. I'm like every other minute, I'm texting and asking Justin what's the status of John, and he would tell me in pain or bleeding hadn't stopped. So we was looking bad, like what is gonna happen? So around 2:30, 3 o'clock that afternoon, while I'm in school, I get a text message and say that he's gone, and I felt so guilty because I felt like I should have been a bigger person and let it go. Because I felt like if I would have said something, asked him not to go to the party, that he would have stayed with me that night and we would have chilled. But I kept all my anger to myself and was being selfish and wasn't thinking about nobody but me and my feelings. So I didn't go to the hospital to see him in it, and I couldn't make it to the funeral because I wouldn't want to see my best friend in a casket and remembering him like that. So the lesson learned that I got out of this is never hold grudges because you never know when it's that person's time to go. Once again, my name is LaChasityDavis, and that's my important event.